Welcome, and today I'm going to show you how to make something that we like really tasty, and they're going to be some stuffed mushrooms. Now we used to, yes, my husband's going to go get some basil.
Some basil.
Basil. We watch a show, one of the chefs call it basil, but anyway, we're going to make these mushrooms, and we're going to have them with our dinner tonight. So let me bring this over so you can see. Now what this is a bowl. And I just put, there was a mushroom that was, that fell apart. So I went ahead and cut that up, and I'm going to add it to the filling. All right. And these mushrooms have already been washed and dried. Wash or to wash the mushrooms. Some people don't wash the mushrooms. We wash ours, right? Get all that dirt and soil off of them. Okay. And let's see here. He's coming back in with the basil. I just need, oh, you got a big amount, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Open up the dishwasher, just put it in a bowl, and I'll rinse it off here in a minute. Okay. Now the spinach is what was left over in the freezer. And that's why I wanted to use this. If I had to guess, I'd say probably about a half a cup of spinach. And all the water's been pressed out of it, drained out of it. Okay. Like I said, it was whatever. Here's the bag that was left in the freezer. I wanted to use that up. Get rid of that. And let's set this right here. Let me get a couple of sun-dried tomatoes. This is a super easy recipe. It's a fail-safe recipe. I just tore off a little piece of towel there because I got some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm just getting some of that off of it. We don't want all that in there because it'll make it too oily. You hear background, that's just my husband moving around. He's downstairs doing laundry and straightening up his work area, so you might hear that. We're just cutting some sun-dried tomatoes in here. Okay. It's a nice day today. It's been raining past couple of days, so we just been at the house and we're sitting here looking in the refrigerator like normal, saying what do we need to use up and get out of the refrigerator. And we have a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes left. We had some mushrooms with our food last night, and these are what was left of the mushrooms. We had that just a little bag of spinach in there, and every time somebody would try to go into the freezer, the clip will come off. So I was like, you know what? Let's use it up before it falls into the bottom of the upstairs refrigerator freezer part. So I'm just cutting up some sun-dried tomatoes in there. I think I'm going to end up putting 3 in here, looks like, because one of them was kind of small. Just for the flavor. See how small that other one was small? So if I had to guess, I'd say about 3. I usually don't measure, but just for camera reasons, for video reasons, trying to give you an idea of what we're putting in here. All right. And if you wanted to leave, you know, not pat them dry, you could. We pat them dry because we just don't find any use for the additional, you know, oil in there. This helps. You can do yours as, I don't mind if it's got some chunks in there. There we go. So those are the sun-dried tomatoes. Let's get that up so I don't get that oil on me. A lot of our meals are like this, as if you start to watch my channel or watch me, that we don't do complicated, right? We do quick, simple, easy, what's in the refrigerator, what we need to get rid of. And that's what majority of our meals consist of. Now we have basil in our garden, so he went out there and cut off some basil, so I'm gonna put some basil in there. And let's see here, I think I'm gonna take the bottom leaves, so that way if I have some left over, which I am gonna have some left over, and maybe we'll have pizza tomorrow and put some of this on a pizza. But that way, by removing some of the bottom leaves, we can put it in a jar of water on the windowsill, and then that way it'll keep until tomorrow without a problem, until we can. And when we put it on a pizza, we just pile it on there because as it cooks down, it shrinks. So I'm just gonna a reminder again, if you do not have a pair, get you a good pair of kitchen shears that's strictly made for the kitchen, right? So that way when you need to cut up, you know, fresh herbs, now if you're able to do it with a knife, that's good, you're good. I cannot, and I've noticed that these little kitchen shears are fantastic because it's just, you know, no effort to cut up, because I wouldn't be able to do it with a knife. So some basil, a little bit more, just so I could take a couple leaves off of there. Just gotta be able to put this down in some water, so let's take some more basil off. Right, low stress cooking, low stress meals. There. Just rinsing that off. I'm not stressing over the size of it as long as it's kind of cut up in there, because it's gonna, as it heats, it'll shrink down. Alright, so we don't have any waste, let's do that. Alright, and the next thing we're going to put in is some cream cheese. Because as you saw in my video, right, I got plenty of cream cheese. And I'm like, there's only so many bagels this girl can eat. So I'm going to, let's got my little kitchen scale out here. And let me turn this on. I'll put about maybe 3 ounces in there. We'll see. So right now I'm at 14.5. So let's get some of that cream cheese over there and see what it looks like. Just trying to give you an idea of how much. So 11 will be 3 ounces. It's been setting out so it's not as hard. Sorry, you're probably just looking at my arm there. Okay, that's 12.65. I do want to save some for some bagels the next for breakfast the next couple of days, so I'm not going to take all of it. So I think whether that's it or not, close enough. 11.55 out of the 14 point. Forgot what it was that quick, because like I said, I usually don't measure it. I kind of go by what it looks like there. And we're just going to, let me put that right there on that lid. Now we're just going to try to incorporate this a little bit. And I just keep working at it until it gets incorporated. And I think I'm going to put you on a pause. I almost forgot. There's one more thing I almost forgot. I have to get some Parmesan cheese. Now here's another funny thing. You're going to laugh. Don't measure this either. Got some packs to use up. So let's put about 2 packs of that in there. See what that looks like. Because that's what I have. And that's what we're going to use up because it's in the pantry. I think this came from a while back. Can't remember if it was in the fall of last year or whatever, but I had gotten some pizza, and you know they give you the Parmesan and red pepper flake pack, and we're going to use it. And let me get, let's see here, got some garlic because I like garlic. Now if I have fresh garlic, I will put some fresh garlic in there. We have garlic in the freezer, but it's mixed with olive oil and in cubes, so we won't be able to use that. We're going to get this mixed up and we'll be right back, okay? Okay, we done got that mixed up. Now, have my husband put a little elbow grease in there to get it going a little bit quicker. So the only thing he did was just kept folding it over. This is what, so we didn't add any more cream cheese or anything to it. That's what you want it to look like. Okay. And then I'm going to turn on the air fryer. Now, have I cooked these in the air fryer? Yes, we're actually going to put these in the toaster oven. Because believe it or not, we're going to put our steaks in the air fryer. We cooked air fryer steaks yesterday, which I'll show you what they look like, and these are going to be the leftovers, and that's what we're going to have for dinner. I actually put the pictures on TikTok of, you know, what I ate in a day, and it shows the steak with the mushrooms and A1 on top, and then like I said, these are what's left over. And to have a little bit of difference in dinner, we're going to have stuffed mushrooms with the leftover steak. Now here you're just going to stuff. Now we used to buy stuffed mushrooms, and the last couple of times we bought them, they were really gritty and we weren't impressed, especially the amount. And so we were like, you know what, we're going to make our own, and we did, and these are delicious. Very good flavor. I love that flavor of the sun-dried mushrooms add. Now I've always bought the ones packed in oil. I don't even know if they sell sun-dried tomatoes not packed in oil, but I'm sure if you wanted whatever sun-dried tomatoes you have, I just like to take the liquid off of them, because you don't want them to, you know, when your mushrooms cook, they kind of release water. So, and of course if I have bigger mushrooms, they will be more ideal. but as you can see, this is working out just fine, and the main point of this is to use up what's in the refrigerator so it don't go to waste, and whatever's left over that we don't eat for dinner will transition over to my husband's lunch for tomorrow, and then most likely my lunch, if not my, part of the dinner again tomorrow. But as you can see, no, it's simple, right? Simple, but so tasty. So tasty. And if you want to take your time and try to make it pretty, as pretty as you can, I'm just trying to get them stuffed at this point. Alright. If you have bigger mushrooms, of course, more filling. I bought this based on what I usually do for the bigger ones. And if I have filling left over, what I do is I just put it in the refrigerator. Ooh, maybe I use this as a spread for a sandwich. That'll be good. Alright. Just stuffing mushrooms. Just letting the air fryer preheat. The secret of what we did was just took the ribeye steaks. We preheated the air fryer really good, seasoned it on one side. Flipped it, put it face down, seasoned it on the other. Had it on 400 and just kept the eye on it. It's funny because we cooked our breakfast, heated our bacon up so I could smell bacon coming from the air fryer, which I'm not mad at that. That's just going to add more flavor. The grease from the bacon. It's just going to add more flavor. My husband get the steaks out, and we're going to finish stuffing those. Alright, I just want to show you. It was so funny. My husband said we could put a little bit more pressure on these mushrooms, and that's the last bit. So, yay, none left over. All of it used up. And I'm going to grab the one more item that we need to put on these before we put them inside of the oven. Okay, I got the one more thing here, and I'm just going to show you real quick. These are the steaks right out the refrigerator that was yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and put them inside the air fryer there. Thank you, honey. Alright, now I'm actually going to keep the juice so that way we can pour it over the top. We've had these Pyrex so long that I need to find this, see if we can get more lids for them, because the lids don't want to stay on. But just to show you, this is my half from yesterday. I want to show you if I put it in there. That was cooked in an air fryer. Perfect medium. So good. So I ate half of mine. I'm going to eat the other half for dinner tonight. In the air fryer. Up to 400. And it's set for about, we're going to check it. It's set for 15 minutes, but we're going to check it at about 10 minutes. See if I need her, or actually we'll probably check it at 7 minutes just to see if it's time to flip. Alright, and we got a couple of breadcrumbs here. Now these happen to be Italian breadcrumbs, and I'm going to show you. It's so funny. Look at the date on them, because we date everything. They are not bad. I look at it as long as it still looks good, smells good, looks like breadcrumbs, we're going to use it. We just date everything that's in our pantry just so we can rotate it out. But you can see that those breadcrumbs are dated for August. I'm just putting a little bit of avocado oil on there So that way when we put them in the toaster, they will brown, hopefully. You can spray, you know, like put your, what am I trying to say? You can put your crumbs on top and then spray it if you want to with some cooking spray, but we don't have any cooking spray. And we got tons of avocado oil and olive oil, so we're going to use what we have. And the way to get the same result is just to put a little oil on the breadcrumbs and just use your fork and just take your time until they're moistened, and just help with the browning. Now if you didn't have avocado oil, avocado oil, which that's what, thank you. Let me slide this because it's too heavy to lift up, so let me kind of tilt it so you can see it. So we just use some 100% pure avocado oil because we have it, right? Why not? Thank you, honey. And then if not avocado oil, you can use extra virgin olive oil, canola oil, whatever oil you have on hand. If you have a little bit of melted butter, that'll be good. Now that's the toaster, and let me just look at it. Yeah, we just need it on. Just cut it back on to. All right. And what we're going to do is just take and put some breadcrumbs right on the top. I might put too many in this cup, but that's okay. Just add a little something to the top there. And if I have extra, what I'll do is I'll just put it in the refrigerator and toast it up and add those to a salad tomorrow, because we have spinach in there. That'll be good instead of doing croutons, because we don't buy croutons anymore. We haven't for years. The amount of breads that we have left over, like I said, we've had these for so long. We've had these breadcrumbs for a long time, and I think we got another container. So, you know, once these are done, we can make our own breadcrumbs with the amount of, you know what, I think I'm going to be able to use all of this up as well. All right. Ta-da. I'm all about low stress cooking, right? As you can see, what I've done is not difficult, it's not hard. And those are going to go into the toaster oven for about, I'm going to say 15 minutes. We're just waiting for the mushrooms to get a little bit soft and the filling to start to melt down, which I'll show you. And then the top part should be like a golden brown. So we'll be right back. All right, those are in the toaster, and I did stop the steaks for right now because I didn't even think about it. We're waiting for those, and I don't want the steaks to get too far over. So here's just a little teeny tiny glass that we kept. I think, gosh, several years ago, we got some mini jellies and jams for a Christmas set, and we saved one of those jars. So there's the basil that I had pulled off, and we're just going to put that down in there. Look at there. See if I can tilt it without it falling out. And that's just going to go in the windowsill, and that'll be fine until we're ready to use it. We'll just keep the water changed out. Hopefully tomorrow, like I said, if we'll decide to have pizza for dinner, it's a standard frozen pizza, we'll take this basil and put tons of fresh basil on it so we can help you set up. So we're just going to put that right over there. Thank you. In the windowsill. And there it is. Set there, ready to be used. This is our kitchen window, and as you can see from the previous video, there's our hive right outside the kitchen window. Okay, and we'll be back when everything is ready to show you what the final dinner's gonna look like. I have to show you this while we got everything in the toaster and air fryer. My husband's putting the dishes away, but we were out of tomatoes. We're like, are we ever going to get tomatoes? Now here we are in, are we in September?
September 10th.
September, and we finally got 3 cherry tomatoes, and these are our first 2 big tomatoes of the season. So there was a real big delay. So we just got them on our counter in a ceramic or plastic like container to let them finish getting red. But he actually took these off the vine yesterday, and they were nowhere. Look how red they got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're reddening up really good. So we're excited about that. We have a couple. We actually have some store-bought tomatoes, which are these, and we're just going to incorporate these with the ones from our garden. But we just thought it was funny how we had to go buy some tomatoes. I think that one is starting to turn. Let's take that one and throw it. Good thing I pulled that over. I think this one needs this. That one right there need to go up in the trash.
I'll take it to the girls.
No, you can't, because it's got a piece of mold on it. Yep, you'll just throw that in the trash. So we literally just got those tomatoes, and one of them were bad. I'm glad we saw that and took that off before. What's the saying? What is it?
What?
One bad apple spoils the bunch.
Yep.
So one bad tomato would have spoiled that bunch. All right, we're ready to plate up. So my husband's going to put his steak on there. And like we said, that was cooked in the air fryer, temp to 130.
About 130, 35.
Yeah, I got the temperature thing around here somewhere, so we can show that. Hold on, I'm trying to get it here. All right, just so you can see it. Whoops, it's not in the frame. Let's do it right here. Actually, just keep climbing up. It's about, we're already at 141. You can see,
about medium.
yeah, you can see the blood still running through, and that's what we want, so that's good. And let me find, whoops, there's the tongs. And we got our mushrooms, which I'm going to show you those. Let me slide that. That plate is hot. We put our plates in the toaster so that way they can get good and hot. But there's the mushrooms. Golden. And we like ours, you want it just to where the juice starts to run, but see how they're soft? Soft, but I was starting to cool off a lot. Tell me when you want me to stop.
No, one more.
Maybe 2 more because they're small.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I like them.
I like them too. And there's my husband's plate, and he's going to have it with a glass of green tea. So that's dinner for us tonight. And then my plate, I want to grab that out the toaster. Hold on before you take it off, because you know.
Oh, it ain't hot now. I mean, it's warm, but it's not hot.
Okay, my husband ran off with his plate. So here's mine, my steak. He's just going to move that out the way for me. I tell you, you know, an air fryer is just like a little convection oven. So we cook everything, including steaks in it. And I'm just going to put me some mushrooms on the plate. I like them too. I think I'm going to do 4 because they're kind of small. I'm just going to move the extras over. And then those will go in the refrigerator for either lunch or dinner tomorrow. Well, there's a little recipe for you. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.